Scott, you and I are checking out Obsidian's latest title for the world of Xbox, Pentiment. Dude, where do we even start with this one? This is a unique art style. Dude, I'm all over art styles. I love a unique art style. That's what draws me into a lot of the games to start with, and then I want to know more. This one didn't hook me at all. The art style isn't something I was really kind of looking for, and when I jumped into the game, I'll be up in front, dude, I'm like 2 hours in and I had to put the controller down and just walk. I can't play this game. This was not for me. At the end of the day, I'm going, this is for somebody, but I'm really curious as to who. I want to know who's playing this game, who wants to play this game, who's interested in this game. It has the time period I always like, right? Heading back to that medieval kind of time period and stuff is cool. The subject matter doesn't really resonate with me whatsoever, right? It's not what I've wanted to get into at all. I tried it, walked away. Scott, how did you feel about Pentiment?
There's a huge amount of hype surrounding this game. They've really gone above and beyond with the marketing campaign. I'm seeing things all the time online. I'm seeing like the Xbox marketplace is lit up with this. This is a Game Pass title, so that makes sense. But when you get into the idea of, well, who's this for? That's a question that I have as well, because the hype surrounding it makes me think that they're going to put this game in front of a large audience. So I know there's going to be a lot of people that pick it up and love it, but it's going to get thrown to the wolves as well. When it comes to the content of this game, then why it's so unique. It is essentially an RPG, but it's all completely dialogue driven. There's no shooting, there's no mini games, there's no, fighting of any sort. It's not that
conversational
kind of
based.
It's all conversational based. Yeah, it's similar to Disco Elysium. The meat and potatoes of this game is exploring this map. It is quite an interesting looking map, and I have to quickly aside, the menu system in this game is really well done, in my opinion. In between little stops here and there, you're exploring, meeting new people, and that's essentially the entire game. You meet these people, learn what they're about. Maybe you read into that heavily, maybe you just skip through it, but in any case, you're presented with choices. How do you want to appear to these people? Do I want to be a bad guy?
How were you in this game? Did you go for the bad guy or were you the nice guy?
I was split as I am on every RPG. I went heavily aggressive at first. Very negative. Don't like the church. Don't like where I am. I'm a smart writer. I've been to school, And very quickly, as I learned some of the characters I actually do like, some of them I don't, I ended up coming around full circle. Now I support the church. Now I'm really nice to the leader. The old man that you can bully, he's my best friend now. So it does kind of give you this agency to be who you want, and you can change a little bit. If you're ready to jump on this one, if you are hyped, you'll get into it, and I think you'll absorb enough of the world that you'll get pulled in. But that initial first few steps can be quite rough. If you're not a fan of reading, for example, this is not going to sit well with you. There's no voiceover whatsoever, and that was a big disappointment to me. I love voice acting. I like that kind of audio direction, and it was very lacking in this case.
It was all written words. Like as the words sprawled out, it was a I'm like, how do I mute this? How do I get rid of that piece of audio? Because I don't want to hear it anymore. Because that's the entire game is like that, right? And then your options come up for dialogue choices, and there's more. I was just like, oh man, I was falling asleep playing the game. Scott, I think we're pretty good on our review and Pentiment. Our judgments are there. What do you think? What do you score in this game?
Well, although I have kind of a duality about my opinion, this is not going to sit well with some people, but I respect what the game is, Obsidian, what they've put into it, and there's a huge amount of intelligence behind the writing, and it's a really interesting world to get into, so I have to square that against the constant reading. You don't have any voiceovers. The music is quite bland, just very quiet at times, and well, that's very negative. All of those things. It wasn't exactly what I wanted it to be. But that said, I do respect this. I give it a 7.5 because it is a solid package, but it may turn you away right at the door.
Well, unfortunately for me, Scott, it did turn me away right at the door. I'm not going to score this because I just didn't play it enough. For me, dude, I walked. And that's kind of where I stand. It's just not for me.